Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're the Japan team. We're doing the land of the rising sun. We got Mingyao Jock, Colton, and then Houston, and Vidal. For today's agenda, we're just going to talk about some of the Japanese workplace culture. And so we got acceptable greetings, body language, country concept of time, dress code, gift giving protocol, proper use of business card, religion, political taboos, and then we'll give you some other interesting facts about the country. So, getting to know Japan. All right, this one will just take you through some of the basic requirements of our country, or not requirements, but basic knowledge of our country that we visited on this trip. So Japan is an island nation in Southeast Asia that has over 6,000 islands. And they have the biggest megacity in the world, Tokyo. The greater Tokyo area has about 37 million people, which is a lot. It's more than some countries hold. It's about roughly the same amount of people as California. So Japan is known for anime, bullet trains, sumo wrestling, and then some games on Netflix. And here are some of the pictures of that. Sumo wrestling, I know that's a pretty popular sport over there. Some companies from Japan include Nintendo, Canon, that's a camera company. We got Toyota, Suzuki, Sony, and then Hyundai, and then Nissan and Subaru. Those are some of the known ones that I know personally myself and I've seen.
Alright, I'm going to be talking about acceptable greetings and body language. So, in the Japanese business world, a bow would be a good way to greet someone. An original handshake, like we're used to in America, might be seen as kind of rude and not normal. While greeting someone, try not to use first names, try to use last names, use Mr. and Mrs. And because first names are a lot less formal there. When having conversation, try to stay away from large hand gestures, expressive like facial expressions and that type of stuff, and pretty much dramatic movements in general. The Japanese don't talk with their hands at all pretty much. They're strictly business, sit there, don't really move. One tip is like never go up and pat a Japanese man on the back. That's considered rude and he might affect your future business. I'm gonna talk about proper use of business cards. In Japan, business cards are your face pretty much. It's a very important part in their business culture. Exchanging business cards is going to be the first step in any business interaction. Exchanging business cards in Japan is on the same level as shaking someone's hand in our Western culture. Not having a business card with you can be interpreted a lot of different ways, but all of them not being very positive. In Japan, everyone carries business cards, no matter if you're a high-end businessman or you're working in the bar. Proper way to present and receive a business card, you gotta hold it on the sides and you gotta bow when you give it to them. And that's the proper use of business cards.
Alright, let's talk about the Japanese dress code. They have kimonos, yakura, and tabis as their dress or attire. Kimonos are for special occasions and then they can be worn by both male and female. And then yakuras is just a casual type of kimonos, and again they can be worn by both male and female, and then they're usually worn during the summer times. And then here's a picture of, I think this is kimonos, and then tabis, which is another important feature of their dress and attire, and they're usually in white and then made of cottons, and then can be worn with this sandal called gita. And then here are the pictures of kimonos, tabi, and some yakuras. And then as of tourists, it's just the usual outfits, which are t-shirts, shorts, sneakers, but for women it can be too revealing. And here are some things for the men to consider about when buying the clothes for their work. Make sure to to not buy anything that's pinched up or unusual pattern suits. They prefer in everything that's in dark, but always wear white shirt underneath. A tie is the most, and then they usually prefer it in blue or red colors. And then for the shoes, always wear dress shoes in a black or dark brown, and then make sure that belt matches with your shoes. And then the socks has to be in the dark color as well. And then always carry a briefcase that fits A4 folders with you anytime you go to interviews or anything like that. And then here's the picture, what it just looks like, and then that's about it for the men. And here are the things for the women. They usually prefer skirts over the pants, but pants are acceptable as well. Everything that's in a dark color, like dark navy or black, as the picture shown right here. But the blouse has to be white, or the short has to be white underneath the blazers. And then for the women's, if you're like wearing skirts, then it can be too tight or too short. And then a coat shoes about 70-meter heels, but make sure it doesn't show your toes or anything like that. And then finish your look with modest watch and a little stud earrings or necklace. And that is about it for the Japanese dress code.
I also did research on the Japanese gift giving protocol. Gift giving over there is it's very meticulous, I would say, at least in comparison to the Western Hemisphere. We like the incorporation of animals, like butterflies, turtles, means like joy and good luck. A lot of those nice feeling animals. They like to use colors such as green or purple. Green means good luck and purple means festivities. Avoid colors like black or red, especially together, because that could be misinterpreted as, a sexual gift. Never send gifts involving numbers 4, 9, and 43, because the way they say those words in Japan sound awfully similar to like words like death, stillbirths, things such as that. When giving gifts, they definitely like sweets such as pastry, cookies, cakes. They like all that stuff. High-end alcohol also works. It doesn't work for all of them because a lot of people in East Asia, they don't have an enzyme that breaks down alcohol very well, so a lot of people can't drink alcohol over there. But if they can, high-end alcohol is definitely a very good gift over there. The most important thing about the gift is its presentation more than the contents of the gift. It's probably more important that the gift is wrapped nice, it looks nice, than what is actually inside. And just the traditional way to give and receive a gift is with 2 hands. You give it with 2 hands and you receive with 2 hands. And that is the Japanese gift giving protocol.
Japanese religion and political taboos. So there are 2 main Japanese religions. They are Buddhism and Shinto. So Shinto is practiced by 69% of the population. Shinto means the way of the gods. The faith has no founder, and then Buddhism is practiced by 66.7% of the population. Buddhism is formed on the teachings of Buddha, who was a prophet for the religion. Buddhism is a philosophy and a belief, which is kind of unique in that aspect. You don't see many religions that do both. And then Shinto does not believe in reincarnation, but Buddhism does. That's the main distinction between the 2. All right, so here are some pictures of some of the worship, places of worship. You got the Buddha. I think that one's made out of copper, and it's greened over the years, but they look quite beautiful, and they're usually very serene nature. So Japanese political taboos. Japanese people don't talk about politics. They're too busy about work. Japanese people also don't like conflict. As you know, Japanese people are very non-confrontational. Japanese people don't like politics at all in general. And the Japanese history in the 1940s is to blame for it, mostly due to their horrible war crimes and other stuff during World War II, which is the reason why so many of their neighbors, like South Korean and Chinese, really despise them because they did some horrible things to them. Imperial Japan, committed lots of numerous war crimes. Japanese other interesting facts. People in Japan are often overworked. They work long and grueling hours. Koroshi, which means death by overwork, is recognized by the government, and it's due to being stressed by your job mainly that leads to a lot of deaths in Japanese society. Some employees work over 80 hours of overtime. Usually that's unpaid. So imagine working 80 hours of overtime per month, unpaid. That would really suck. Japan has the third biggest economy in the world, right behind China. The Japanese company Kongo Gumi, founded in 1578, is the world's oldest company that's still going on today. One vending machine for every 24 people. Japan really loves their vending machine. You could find them on nearly every corner, multiple, even if that. This video gives an overview of the Japanese work culture, and here are some pictures of, just some people sleeping because they're just so tired of the work and stuff. Thank you, arigato. I appreciate you guys for listening to our